final evaluator of the evening, evaluating Annette Winfield's presentation, is Marie Provine.
Three great speeches tonight, and Annette, you were really strong and sweet. I want to thank you personally, though. I have a poetry block. You know, I sometimes read a little bit of this and that, and usually I just don't get it, really. The images are kind of interesting, but they seem so weird. Somehow, you landed this poem right where I could understand it at every moment, and you made it so fun to listen to. And I think we all felt the same way about that. I loved the way you began. At the very beginning, you show the poet, which was a lovely thing to do, and you always are good with slides anyway, but having her kind of there behind you was a really good trick. And then you had memorized it, which blew me away since I could hardly remember where I put my car keys from one to the next. And there you were, stanza after stanza, never confused, never looking at anything, never giving any kind of a slip up. So that was really impressive. Your gestures were great. Your eye contact was phenomenal. And you played the poem out with your hands and your body just about as much as I think you could have. I looked at the checklist, and you're so beyond it. Did she understand the poem? Did she use pauses? Was she sing-song? All these things. Did she have eye contact? Was she prepared? Prepared, my God. So what could you have done differently? I really had to think about this. At the very beginning, you were looking at the screen a little too long. You probably should just, before you start, make sure it's there, and then don't even look at it again, especially when you only had that one slide. You didn't need to look at it. And it's not distracting for us, but we feel a little abandoned when you turn away from us. And then the only other thing I would suggest, I would have liked a little more intro of you, of where you were in that poem and why it was so important to you, just to frame it a little bit more for us so that we could kind of get to the depth where you were when you memorized that poem and shared it with us. And thank you again. I think you may help me lift my poetry block and put it to one side, and I appreciate that so much.